What really happened at the Oxford Union, a highly anticipated debate on India-Pakistan relations, descended into a blame game, with accusations of sabotage and cowardice flying thick and fast. Let's break down this international fiasco. The debate, scheduled for November 27th, was supposed to tackle a provocative topic. The House believes that India's response to Pakistan is a populist strategy sold as security policy. It was meant to be a clash of intellectual titans. But it collapsed just hours before it was set to begin. So, who's to blame? Well, that depends on who you ask. Indian speaker and lawyer Sai Deepak released a fiery account on X, formerly known as Twitter, pointing the finger squarely at the Pakistani delegation and the Oxford Union's leadership. He claimed the entire event was unstable from the start, highlighting that the union's president and treasurer were both Pakistani nationals. The trouble really began when the original high-profile Indian speakers, including former Army Chief General Naravane and Dr. Subramanian Swamy, had to pull out just 2 days before the event due to prior commitments. This sent the Indian side scrambling. Despite the short notice, Sai Deepak managed to assemble a new team from within the UK, including Manu Kajaria and Pundit Satish Sharma, ready to defend India's position. Then, on the day of the debate, everything fell apart. At 3:13 p.m., Deepak received a call informing him that the Pakistani delegation, which included prominent figures like Hina Rabbani Kar and Kawai Muhammad Asif, hadn't even landed in London yet. Based on this information, the Indian team decided to abandon their journey to Oxford. Why travel for a debate that wasn't going to happen? But here's where it gets truly bizarre. Sai Deepak later claimed he received confirmation that the Pakistani delegation had, in fact, landed and was already checked into a hotel in Oxford. This revelation prompted him to issue a blistering takedown, accusing the Pakistani side of deserting the battlefield even before the battle begins. He suggested they simply lacked the courage to face a live, unscripted debate and criticize the Oxford Union for allowing its reputation to be dragged in the muck. Adding to the chorus, Indian lawmaker Priyanka Chaturvedi also took a jab, tweeting that Pakistan was crying again and had once more proved to be liars. Now, let's look at the other side of the story. The Pakistan High Commission in London released a completely different statement. They claimed the original Indian delegation, which they listed as General Naravane, Dr. Swamy, and Sachin Pilot, had withdrawn at the last minute. They framed this as a walkover for the Pakistani side, suggesting India lacked the confidence to defend its policies in a neutral and intellectually rigorous setting. So, we have two completely contradictory narratives. One side says the other backed out. The other side says they were lied to about their opponent's whereabouts. The Indian team says the Pakistani team was afraid to debate. The Pakistani team says the Indian team was afraid to defend their policies. The Oxford Union, a historic institution known for hosting world leaders and fierce intellectual contests, now finds itself at the center of a diplomatic spat. Sai Deepak explicitly called out the union's leadership, suggesting they had become a mouthpiece for the Pakistan High Commission. So what's the truth? Was it a deliberate Pakistani gambit to avoid a tough debate, as Sai Deepak alleges? Or was it a last-minute withdrawal by the Indian side, as the Pakistan High Commission claims? Was it a massive organizational failure by the Oxford Union, poor communication, or something more calculated? Right now, it's a classic case of he said, she said, played out on an international stage. The event that was meant to be a showcase of intellectual debate has instead become a public spectacle of recrimination and finger-pointing. The truth likely lies somewhere in the middle of these conflicting accounts, lost in a flurry of last-minute changes, phone calls, and social media posts. What do you think really happened here? Was one side genuinely trying to avoid the debate, or was it all just a monumental mess-up by the organizers? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And for more breakdowns of major global events, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching.